So, okay, Mark on the stream always saw was a dark bluish background instead of the actual animation in WMP, in Windows Media Player. Really? So you didn't see, okay, so what I should do, cancel, is I'm going to render to QuickTime, and let's see if that handles it. And then we'll see if we can do it with the QuickTime. Okay, so render setup, and I'm glad you mentioned that because I didn't know that was going on. Accepted. I don't see QuickTime. Oh, there's this QuickTime. Okay, and we'll make sure that this is .mov. Save, and say OK, and render. And now this is going to take all of a minute. You guys are seeing this, right? You are seeing what's going on in the frame buffer? Yeah, okay. So it's just Windows Media Player or QuickTime Player.
It was weird. I could see it before. I don't know.
Okay, well, that's interesting. I'm not sure. Okay. And someone there says they have 2010, 2013 never blown up either. You know, is this thing about does Macs blow up? It doesn't blow up. This is like there's like a story from Hinduism that 4 blind men go and they go and look at an elephant, and then they come back and say, "What's an elephant look like?" And one person says, "Elephant's like a tree," and another one says, "No, elephant's like a snake," and then another one says, "No, elephant's like a big palm leaf." Right, because one guy felt the ear, one guy felt the leg, and one guy felt the trunk. It's the same thing. You got one person that uses Macs for particle effects, and they go, "Well, Macs never blows up." And then you got someone else that uses Macs for animation, with the cat system, and it's blowing up on him all day long. And it's one of those things. So and it completely depends on what plugins you have as well. So in any case, now let's just see if you can see. If I do view image file, I suspect that this is going to use the Windows Media Player to show the QuickTime movie. And I might have to actually get out of here. Nope, it's showing QuickTime. So QuickTime Player is being used, and it's just taking a second. It's taking more than a second. There it goes. Okay. Can you guys see that now? We can see it this time. All right. Well, this also is just a very representative of what happens in Macs, which is that something goes wrong. You don't know why it goes wrong, but you figure out a way around it. You may never know why it went wrong as long as you can figure out a way around it. So, maybe years later you'll find out why. But working in this program has a lot of that going on, which is like, I don't know what I did wrong, but try this and do this, and boom, there it is. Okay, got it to work. Still don't know, but it's practical. Okay, so that puts us at 6:05. I think it's enough for today. What I will do regarding homework for this particular class, I would like you to simply do what I did. Now, I don't know exactly how homework works. This is the first class I ever taught for 3DBuzz, so I'll find out precisely. But really, I'm sure I'm going to post some kind of written assignment. But what the assignment really is just go ahead and make a quick little animation. Try to make a quick little animation where you animate an object that moves, rotates, and the camera moves.
And they don't have to get complex with their modeling or anything like that. Just use what you've done here to make a quick.
Right. Now, if you really want to go, if you just can't stand making teapots and boxes, then you can go to the TurboSquid website, and you can buy a cheap model or find a free model. Make sure you get max.max. And then also, some of you guys might have not seen TurboSquid. So here I am at TurboSquid. Let's go back to, actually, let's just start over here. Let me just type in TurboSquid so you'll see how to do this. And this is a shameless plug. These are the guys I work for. This is the program I put together, Checkmate Pro. From here I can say, let's say cars. And I was a TurboSquid user for years before I got hired from them, and I love them because, look, there's $5 models, there's $100 models, there's $1,000 models, and there even are free models. So if I say free cars, of course, I'd rather that you buy a model, but this model's free. It's 15 megabytes. It uses the mental array renderer. It was posted a couple of weeks ago. It's got 500,000 polygons, but you can go download a model and you can try to do something with it if you want. So I will leave it at that. Okay. Yes, you need to learn mental array and V-Ray. Yes, you wouldn't download a car. Yeah, well, I downloaded a bunch of free models this morning just thinking about this. And the truth is at TurboSquid is we really would prefer not to have any free models. Obviously, we're in business to make money. And the best models are not the free models. But from this class, also, Max comes with some models. So not a lot. But if I go open, save changes, no. These are the models right here that Max comes with. So you can also feel free to use those. There's a BMW 7. I think these are all models that comes with Max. Here's a Ford Focus. Here's a camper. I'd really actually rather that you just use boxes and teapots just for the point of making sure you understand how to do that. So that's my preference. There's no telling what kind of uncomfortable situations you're going to find yourself with. This seems to be one model, so you could use it in any case. Okay, are there any other questions before we close it down for today?
Any questions?
Okay, well, I hope that was not too much of a barrage of information. When we meet again next time, keep track of your questions, and there probably should be a way that you could get a hold of me between now and next week if you really have to. Do they have any kind of policy on that?
They can email you if you want.
So go ahead. I'm going to, if you want to put it in the chat here. My email is mgerhard@turbosquid.com.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Or you can use mark.gerhard@sbcglobal.net. And yeah, I'm giving away the store here. mgerhard51 is my Skype name. Everybody can use your Skype name. Yes. The very, very sad piece of this is that I'm in California, so I'm on West Coast time, but I'm really on New Orleans time. So I sit down at this computer at 7 o'clock. I get up at 3 o'clock my time. I am in front of Skype and email constantly at that time. And then because this is my work, I shut the computer down at 3:30 and I lock the door and I try not to go in here. Having spent 20 years doing this, I spent the first 10, on the computer until 2 in the morning, and then getting up at 6 in the morning and keep on going. And then after about 20 years of that, I realized that it's actually good to have a life. It's actually good to get away from the computer and do something with your hands. Dig in the dirt, play a musical instrument, dance, sing, tell stories, act, do something real, do something that doesn't involve the computer. And I know it sounds like heresy. So, and I know if you guys are young, you're not going to succeed if you listen to me. So it's okay for you to do it, but when you, after putting in your time, it's good to get away from it. And that's what I'm going to do in a few minutes. So you now know how to get a hold of me, and you know what to do. So good luck with it. And then we will continue the class next session. We will get into poly modeling, And that is really the serious thing that most of you guys probably want to make characters or make environments, do game modeling, and I will show you the tools and the resources for doing that. All right?
Okay, great.
Okay.
All right, we'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.